Free Network.
Okay.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Life Happens podcast where we talk about the real and sometimes messy parts of life. I'm your host, Grace, and today we're exploring what happens when the truth comes out at the altar. Y'all, at the altar, okay? In this episode, Admissions at the Altar, we will discuss the confessions and revelations that can change everything in a relationship. So, whether you're single, engaged, or married, this conversation will make you think about love, honesty, and the promises we make when we say, I do. So, let's dive in, guys. Admissions at the altar. Now, why the hell you waited so long? I mean, dang. Well, anyway, before we get into it, we have B. Jones back with us today. Hi, B. Jones. Thank you for being here. CJ declined. CJ, if you're listening, we are mad. Okay, we are mad.
No, we miss you. We're not mad. We love
Oh
you.
no, wait, hold on. CJ said he cannot wait to be back on with you because anything you say says he was like, I agree. No matter what you say.
That's why I love CJ so much. He sees me. He gets it. He sees me.
Nah, CJ full of shit.
Oh Lord.
CJ is. Listen, we on
No,
interview.
he's not.
Hey, Tanya girl.
Hey.
Tanya, what? Never mind. We leave Tanya alone.
Hello. Today's just I was trying to be happy, like I tried. Okay, I tried.
Hey, Felicia.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. How was your Memorial Day week? Was it Memorial Day?
No,
Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Day.
Oh yeah, Labor
It was
Day.
good. I mean, I spent time with family, so it was always good. And I watched my son play his first college football game. That was exciting.
Nice.
Oh, nice. What position does he play?
Wide receiver.
Okay.
For what school?
Yeah.
Cool thing.
Cool,
Did they
cool.
win or did they lose or?
No, they didn't win, unfortunately. But
Oh,
they,
bummer.
What school?
um, Texas A&M Commerce.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Hey, Kimmy.
Hello, darling. Hello.
We are so glad you're back because you were not feeling good this week.
Yeah.
You
No,
did not like
no,
it at all.
no. Last week I wasn't. Today I still have some allergy stuff going on today, but I am going to soldier through. I didn't really do anything for Labor Day. I kind of just hung out at home. All my girls had left. Shelby went to Austin. Jessica, she went back to Mexico. And then Jade, of course, did her thing. So we just kind of hung out here at home. Me and William watched a movie and kind of just ate, snacked, and just like, oh, let's watch some football games.
You know
And
Empty
let's
what?
nester
finish some,
stuff.
yeah,
I
let's finish the
cannot
shows we're
wait.
binging. So
I can't wait when I say, yeah, the kids are not here. They're gone. It's just me and my husband.
I know, I
And we
know.
ate bonbons and we made Chipotle bowls
Hmm.
and we made
Exactly.
raspberry iced tea. And then they called, but they didn't come over. Praise God. Nah, that is not my reality at the moment.
Mm.
I'm just saying. So, what did you do, B. Jones?
I forgot. I don't know what day it is.
Labor Day was Monday, sir.
I
You
don't know
didn't
what
do
I did. I
Jesus.
I worked out. I know I worked out and I ran 3 miles. I worked out prior to. Then after that, it's a blur because I don't know what day it is.
Oh Lord.
Kids don't do drugs, guys. Okay.
Yeah,
So
ever since quarantine, I don't know what day it is.
that was freaking anyway, 4 years ago. What?
That doesn't matter. It's all blending together.
Jesus.
Oh wow.
So I have a question for you guys, to the married ladies. Did you guys write your own vows?
No,
No.
If you could do it again, would you write your own vows?
no.
How come?
No. I like the way my wedding went. So I like the way our friend, our pastor, he did our wedding for us, and it was really sweet and really well done. So I really did like that.
Okay.
Uh, so I wouldn't change anything about my wedding. I liked it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I liked mine too, but the thing that I just think vows are so personal. And I just don't, I just, that's something I didn't want to, share with everybody. You see, we made it, we together, I'm good.
Okay, so you
you know,
didn't have a wedding. You just had like a regular, like, well, how did you guys do it? Was something small?
it was very small at the church. It was my parents, my sister. I mean, I had like my sister was my bridesmaid. My husband
Right.
was his best friend was his best man,
Oh, okay.
and
So you had something
that
small as
it was
well.
very small. It
Yeah, mine
lasted.
was
My
too.
wedding probably lasted 15 minutes.
Yeah, my
Wow.
wedding was really small too. But I have been at weddings where people have written their vows, and I do like them though, because I think they're so sweet and genuine. So I do like vows. I do like when people write their own. I just didn't do mine, but I do like it when I'm at a wedding and they do that. I think it's very sweet.
Mm, my only regret was the person. Anyway, let me stop being messy. Let me stop being
Yeah.
messy because that's not nice. And I'm not a messy person. I'm not petty, petty, today.
No, you are not
Today?
petty.
Not today.
Not today, baby, but
Mm-mm.
now. So I think we should get into it. Which one do you guys want to watch first, or it doesn't matter?
It
It don't
doesn't
matter.
matter.
Because these Negroes were on some. Okay.
Business, boo. For real, me and you. I wish I did it back then, but I just wanted you back. I just wanted to hit back then. I ain't gonna hold you. I seen you. I ain't gonna hold you. You walked on the boat 2009. I saw you, little dark skin thing. And I'm like, yo, who was that? But you know what? I usually crack a Tracy smile and they come running. You? It took time.
As it should.
It took real time.
There is a time and place for everything, and I do understand that honesty and transparency is the best policy. And even if it wasn't love at first sight, that's cool, right? But to tell your wife that you really wasn't trying to be with her for real, you only wanted to fuck based on her appearance, you could have told her that in the privacy of your home, or just left that particular part out. But for you to tell me that you crack a smile and the bitches usually just drop the panties, and because you cracked a smile at me and I wasn't going for that shit, you practically got curved, that hurt your fragile ego. So in that process of hurting your ego, you made it your mission to pursue me, to conquer me, to actually put in work. And through you putting in work, you found out that I'm somebody of substance. That I'm somebody that you actually like. That I'm somebody that you actually want to build with. But if I just would have let you fuck, I just would have been another bitch under your belt. That's exactly what you just fucking said. So just imagine if I gave it up easy. Just imagine if I just wanted to fuck too. We wouldn't even be here. But this almost reminds me of Safari and Erica Mena. I don't give a fuck how y'all feel about Erica Mena. But if y'all saw how bad she was curving Safari, how above and beyond, how much love bombing, all the shit that he did to get her, married her, had kids with her, just to fucking play in that lady's face. And I very much understand that this is his truth. He's just being honest. But it don't even seem like these are vows that he took the time to write out, that was very thoughtful, meaningful. He didn't run it by a brother, uncle, cousin, like, how did it sound, bruh? Like, to get a second opinion. He's just making this shit up off the cuff of his ass. And it also just makes me feel like as soon as they get into an argument, have a disagreement, that's going to be one of the first things that he throws up in her fucking face. Is I didn't really want you for real. I was really just trying to fuck. I really didn't want to marry you for real. But you kept pestering me, so here we are. I did it because it made you happy. This is exactly what it's giving.
Okay, you want to discuss this and go to the others, or you want to just watch it? Let's discuss this.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I think it was true what she said. I don't think that the brother put any thought into his vows. I think he just went up there and went off the cuff. He just went off, started thinking about, okay, well, let me say this. And he probably thinks that that's very romantic to say that, I all I wanted to do was hit it, but you made me want to stay. So he
Right.
probably thinks that's really romantic.
Yeah.
And he probably thinks, oh, you're lucky. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey,
Yeah.
but that's not romantic to say that in front of her
Her mama and
mama,
her
her
dad.
daddy, your
Right.
mama, your daddy.
What if
You know what
what
I'm
if there's
saying?
children at the wedding too? What if there's kids at the wedding? There's dad.
Exactly. Why would you say that? Why would you even put that out there? Like she said, tell me that at home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's have this conversation. Me and you had that conversation 3 days, whatever, 5 months after we've been dating, you told me that. You don't
Right.
have to bring that up at my wedding. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like, it's just to me, it just doesn't have class. It
And
has no
that's
class. No
right.
It's
class.
embarrassing.
He is a prime example why I do not like vows. It's due to interpretation. Like me and my husband, I know me and my friends have inside jokes where things may be funny but inappropriate in other instances. And a lot of the times they don't like to say their vows, like they want to say them at the place, so they're not running it by their spouse to see how their spouse will feel about it. And if they do, it sounds disingenuous. It's kind of like, I don't know. I have a problem with those personalized vows. I don't dig it. I'm not down with it. It's like, just do the regular stuff. And to me, it's like those proposals. It's like you're doing this for everybody else. You're telling everybody, I'm showing you that I love this man because I'm marrying him. I don't have to go through a sonnet or a whole poem. It's just, to me, a little bit over the top, but that's a personal opinion. People that do it, that's you're fine with it. But to me, it's more of a show. It's kind of showy to me.
Well, I think we also have to realize what day and time we're in because we're in the social media stage. You know what I'm saying? We're in that big arena where we want to
Right.
share everything,
Right.
with everybody,
Exactly.
Go
every
viral.
moment of our life. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
We're
It's
looking
very
for we're looking to go viral, and sometimes we take the actual meaning of a ceremony or an actual occasion, and I'm not gonna say I was about to say dumb it down, but make it viral worthy because at
Right.
this point it's viral worthy because
Right.
he has now went viral about this.
Right.
Now people
Right.
are talking about it, which
Right.
leads to more stuff. So
yeah.
that takes the whole genuine part out of a wedding. Was it a real wedding, or was it just some dude who set up in a suit and sat in front of there and like, is this real? So I personally would hope that it was a stage type setup to go viral
I don't
because
think that
I
one
I
don't
don't
was.
think
think it
it
was.
was.
I don't
No,
yeah.
think
that
it
was
was.
like a stage. And plus, too, when he said, he usually he smash, he wasn't smashes, he flashes that Tracy smile, and I was thinking he looks like he's bread stinks. So okay,
But see, and then as soon as he said that, the first thing that came to my head was something that I was talking to somebody else about, and it was talking about when it's time to marry a man, you got to find one that's done this, that's done that, that's been through these phases. Is he done through that phase? Because that's the first time I was like, he ain't done. He is not. Tracy has not put the whole bag away. That was the first thing I thought of, and then I was like, you know what? And then hey, now you're lying, sir. Why are you lying? So I couldn't have been there. That couldn't have been me.
yeah, that's embarrassing. I would have felt really, really disrespected, and I would have felt like there's something in my culture we say when people try to make you comment. Like I would have felt like you try to make me comment, and when somebody tries to make me comment, I don't fuck with you at all.
Right.
I mean, personally, I can't because it makes me feel like you think that you're superior to me. And you talk like to me, he's talking down and it's condescending, in a sense. I didn't care for that shit at all. That would have pissed me off. That could not be me. Hey Ben.
Hola, Ben.
Okay, Brian. So what you think?
I agree with bits and pieces of what everybody said. This man's ego uh just really shined because let me tell you something. He's not gonna say that if he doesn't think he can get away with it, right? So he said it because whether it was a freestyle, like Felicia said, or if he wrote this all down, he wouldn't say it if he didn't think that he could get away with it. And then the crowd, the people that were there were like, like that, then they know the situation. Like there's some people that may be laughing if it's up to interpretation and we're sitting here going, oh, that's how they rock. That's how they, talk to each other. Yeah, but then at the same time, there are people that's there that should be like, hey man, that was inappropriate. So like Kim said earlier, it was just inappropriate. Like that's not the time and the place that you say something like that. But after 15 years, because that's what it said that they've been together, after 15 years, this should not be a surprise. My man said what he said because that's what he meant and that's what he could get away with. And the bad part about that is that she's standing there and she's just taking it all in. We don't know her response. We don't know her vows. We don't know how I key off camera or whatever. But if that's how their marriage is going to start, then that's how it's been going. Odds are, and I always say that odds are, yeah, there may be a little anomaly where someone just changes out of the blue, but odds are that's how this dude's always been. So kind of like what Tanya was saying, like he ain't put that bag up. He probably been dipping in that bag this whole time. And if he thought so common of her, like you said, Rabia, well, I just want to hit at first. Well, then when did that stop? Like that commonality just didn't stop after the first time she told him no. He was probably dipping and dabbing through this whole thing. So you're really making your wife look like she's just somebody that you wanted to hit and you just, oh, okay, well, shoot, I'll marry her. Nah, you're not supposed to make your wife look like that. Your wife is supposed to be a precious gem that you can only find one time. You know what I'm saying? Like this is supposed to be something where she feels, where y'all make each other feel like this is really God sent. This is my gift from God. I'm your gift from God. All that type of stuff. He making it seem like, shoot, I mean, I could have just slept with anybody that night, but I wanted to hit you. You know what I'm saying? And then,
Right.
like, come on, dude, your ego just shined.
There's
Now,
not there's
who is
this
Cookie's
TikTok
twin?
lady named the Sprinkle lady, and she calls
Yeah.
them peak Mishas.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
I love the
She's
Sprinkle
funny
lady.
to me though. She's hilarious. Who is Cookie? Anybody know who Cookie is?
Yeah, from Empire, right?
Baby girl. Baby, no, Kim. Who is
Talked about
Cookie?
on the live.
She
On
said,
the
"Hey,
live.
twin. Who's twin? I mean, twin who?"
I have no idea who Cookie. Let's
I
see,
don't know.
Cookie 222.
On YouTube. This is a YouTube comment.
Yes, but what you talk about Cookie from Empire? I am
You
so
said Cookie. I don't have on my reading glasses. I could not see. I didn't know. I thought you were
baby.
just talking about a character.
It went straight to Empire.
I did because that's the first thing that came to my
Who?
mind was Cookie from Empire.
Hey, Cookie. We don't know who you are. If you could tell us who you are, so we can greet you correctly.
I do want to say this though. I really feel like he thought he was being very cute.
Oh,
He was being very loving in that moment.
It was being cute.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
that's what
thought he was
narcissists.
being
That's what narcissists think.
he thought he was being cute. He thought he was being, he thought he was being sweet and romantic is what he thought in that moment. I think he thought that. Like I'm gonna be really romantic and let
Right.
you know how much
Yeah.
how much I love you because I could have anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. He might as
hey,
well came
Cookie.
down the aisle as I don't want to be a player no more.
Yeah.
It gives me those type of vibes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's funny.
But Brian said they've been together for 15 years.
15 years. Yeah, I saw
That
that.
was that one, or was that the other video?
Wow.
No, it was
No, it was on that video at the
it was
bottom
on
right,
this video.
bottom
Oh,
left part. It said 15 years.
But also,
Wow.
That's
we
a
don't
red
know how
flag in
she
itself.
talks to him, though. We don't know how she talks to him as well, because
That's
he
true.
seems real comfortable in the way he was talking to her. So maybe they have this thing that between them. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know
Well,
because
Robbie, it doesn't matter. It was so
I mean,
disrespectful on
Yeah.
all
Yeah,
levels.
that was
It was
I would
like,
be
what does it
pissed. I
even
would be
matter?
pissed.
it
If I
was.
don't have a wedding and you do some shit like that, we are fighting. Because look, hey, I already don't believe it as it is.
Yeah,
No, I don't agree with that. I'm with Felicia. That's just
Yeah.
tacky. Tacky.
disrespectful. It's
so.
disrespectful and tacky.
Yeah.
Okay, Cookie. Okay, sis or sir. Um, yes, it is disrespectful, but from her response, because if you can hear her in the background, what did she say? As she should or something like that.
As you
As I
should.
should.
As you
Yeah.
should. So I mean,
Right.
I feel like, and it seems like he's slick at the mouth anyway.
Yeah.
So
Oh, he got a mouthpiece on him.
he does.
And he thinks his smile is everything, you
I
know.
thought, I mean, his teeth look alright, but anyway,
I thought he was fine. I'd smash.
I think I know who Cookie is.
Y'all looking dark, so
I think I know who Cookie. I think Cookie is my friend. So my
Okay.
friend, yeah.
Tanya. Hey, Cookie.
it's true.
Nah, his whole
I probably would have got.
nah. Jesus, take the wheel, be a hedge and a fence, Father. Okay,
Y'all don't mind me. I got this race trainer on. This is like, I feel like I need to take this off because I thought I was gonna do this every day. I'm not doing. I'm over here like, can't breathe.
Okay, we're ready for the next video.
Yeah.
Yo,
To my husband, it took us 10 very long years to get here. Even your mom told me I should have been left your ass, but I'm happy I stayed because I know that we're soulmates. We're so grateful for the love that fills up this room, and I'm so excited to start this new chapter with you. As you guys may know, a few years into our relationship, you cheated on me, and you had a baby on me. But I took baby Nyla in as if she was my own, because I know you would do the same for me. I love you, Nyla. Luke chapter 5, verses 17 says, "Forgiveness comes before healing, and I will always forgive you and always take you back. I even forgive you after the tax fraud you committed under my name. I stayed by your side through your Percocet addiction and your alcoholism and your abuse because I'm a woman of God and I saw that you needed somebody. I remember you even had your whole family jump me. Half of y'all are here, but I'm happy that we were all able to move past it and be in this room peacefully for me and Jamal. Today marks the beginning of our journey as a married couple, and we're truly blessed to have each and every one of you in our lives. So let's raise a glass to love, laughter, and a lifetime of unforgettable moments together. Cheers.
There has to be a
Gotta
fake.
be fake. That's gotta
It
be
has to be fake.
That's gotta be fake. That's got to be fake.
What the hell? Okay, so this baby on her, he dates her for 10 years. Okay, little baby Nala. And she said that she knows he would do the same for her. No, he wouldn't, because you know
No, he would be
a man is
gone.
not taking a woman back if she had another car parked in her garage. Let's not tell the lie, sir. Okay, then he committed tax fraud. Then he did drugs and alcohol. The motherfucker is, and then the whole family jumped her. And
And did
yeah,
you hear
but this,
someone call her
yeah,
outside her name?
that's where it's got to be a skit because some dude was like, "Man, I don't you
Yeah.
get like that's got to be a skit because no." Well, I was gonna say no one's that dumb. However,
no.
I've seen a situation pretty close, but yeah, like if this is not a skit, it's one of the worst case scenarios you could possibly get in. Simply because like she's justifying everything, so she's so empty inside. She's looking for what she thinks is love in so many horrible places. I don't know, we don't know her past, but she's obviously like trying to fulfill it with this dude that she's staying with no matter what he does. She's saying she'll forgive him over and over. And the problem with that is he knows that. Let's just say this isn't a skit. There's an old saying I've said before that says you teach people how to treat you. And he knows that he can get away with whatever he wants to get away with this woman. And she's sitting up there going, God has blessed her. Hey, don't put God in your mess.
Scriptures too, guys. What?
Don't put God in that mess. That's all you. God is
I
giving you plenty.
know.
God is giving you plenty warning to get out of that.
To get out of that. And Brian, she even said that, like, I'm a woman of God.
She
That's
did.
why I stayed. It's like, girlfriend.
That
No,
goes to
man.
the front door.
I was like, I
Mm-mm.
don't think she used that scripture the right way.
No.
I'm new to my faith, and I was like, that don't sound right.
No,
No,
no, baby.
God also gives you common sense,
Mhm,
right?
baby.
People try to put God in their mess, and God's like, I have tried to give you all the common sense plus one plus one equals twos, and you're just not using that at all. So if this is not a skit, of which I really think it is, then the bad part about that is something like that's going to get so bad that her trauma, um
She's a
and even
dumbass.
whether it be mentally or physically, she may not ever recover. Like that we don't know what else he's doing to her, so this could be something that could like literally hurt her for a lifetime.
She's a
Yep.
dumbass. Natasha
Fool
Mitchell
was a
said,
person.
Lord Jesus, take the wheel. Take the whole wheel because
He tried, and it didn't work.
Yep.
I always say this when couples like that are together for that long and they go through all that, and she stays. I'm like, it's because they got something.
Mm-hmm.
God what?
And I try not to put people in those categories, but I mean,
Mm-mm.
she did.
God what though? God something like what?
Yeah, like what?
Disease.
Herpes.
Yeah.
Something that you don't think someone else is gonna take you for, so you
Obviously,
stay.
yeah. Why
Okay, then
else?
it's feasible.
So you stay for all that while 10 years,
Right.
15 years.
And then did you notice when she was talking from her phone, he was like,
No, he was like, oh shit. He was like, oh,
I mean,
he was embarrassed.
he had to be embarrassed.
He was embarrassed.
Kim, CJ said, what's up, good? What's good, Kim?
Hey, CJ. We
Gosh,
missed you. We wish you were on tonight.
Mm.
Mm. I really hope this is a skit. It cannot be real. It can't.
No,
No,
no.
not
And
in real life.
she's been with him through a lot. I mean, if it's not a skit, I mean, that is a lot to endure for 10 years.
Let's talk about this baby. Okay, baby Nayla. I love you, Nayla. I love it because I know you do the same thing for me. The fuck he would not.
No,
He's
he
not
would
raising
not.
no other man's baby. Go ahead and try and go do that and see what happens.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
know.
Okay.
What's worse than the baby is the fact that she got jumped by
By his whole
people.
family.
Like they literally beat her up for whatever he said that she did.
Oh my
If it's
God.
true or not, he incited physical violence on the woman that he was with. That is dangerous. Like he doesn't care that not just so he first of all, he's a punk if you put your hands on her in the first place. But now you get 2, 3, or however many people to jump her where she can't defend herself. If this is true, she ain't gonna make it. This is gonna be one of those things where unfortunately it's gonna go too far. It's gonna go too far. So yeah, like she's dooming herself.
I mean, she even
Okay.
said at the beginning, your mom said she can't believe I haven't left your ass. His mama told you that? Girl,
Mhm.
girl.
Yeah, when the mother tells you you need to leave because there's some other stuff she knows and she's not saying.
Right,
Mhm.
exactly.
Something that goes
If
into her
his
teeth.
mom is telling you that, if his
Mm.
mom is telling you that, mm-mm.
No, what about the text fraud, guys? Under her name.
He cares absolutely zero about this woman.
Zero.
He's beat her up, slandered her name, did some fraudulent stuff under her name,
Which could cause her to
had
go
this
to
baby
prison.
by somebody else on her. Then she's like, I love Naya. Like, okay, where is the baby mama in all this? Like,
So
are
she must
y'all
have took
taking
her
care of the
in.
baby, or is the mama taking care of the baby? Like,
Yeah,
what's going on with that?
She said
You've
she
done
took her
all
in.
this stuff. Like, You know, how many red flags do you need?
I
And you
know.
still pressing on and you're looking for a scripture in the Bible to make it work. Girl, no,
She
no,
found one.
She found one, and
no.
No,
you could have
If
context.
if
no.
a fool
Okay.
was a person, her picture would be right there if it's a real thing.
Now she should be asking for wisdom because she don't have
Yes.
none.
But
And I
I
know you cannot tell me. I know somebody is told and begged her not to marry this man.
Maybe her mama,
yes,
because she doesn't mention her family.
I
They,
know.
I wouldn't even go to that.
But
If
I
my
would
daughter married somebody trash person, I wouldn't even go to that. I can't support that because if I went, I would stand up when they would say, "Does anybody?"
me.
Me, no, don't do it. No,
But
no,
Hell
I truly
absolutely
believe
not.
it's I believe it's just like Brian say, it cannot get better because he done put you through all this. He know you'll be there through thick and thin, through all his shit. So I can pull anything. I can
Hmm.
pull anything. I can have another baby. Guess what? You gonna stay?
Hmm.
no.
Guess what?
I
I can do
committed
that.
tax. This for me, y'all. The tax fraud. I can't get past it. Like you committed tax fraud on me.
Right,
Like
that means she owes the IRS some money that she's still
Yeah.
paying. So every time
Yeah.
there's a
So
tax
she gonna go
refund,
to
the IRS
jail.
takes their shit.
But she probably thinks she don't won because
and I
she's
think,
getting married.
the tax fraud could send you to jail. The beating up sends you to the hospital. I mean,
But she thinks she don't won because she finally got him after 10 years. He's
But that's
finally
the
baby.
saying
thing,
I
though.
do.
No, but you're right, Kim, because I've seen stuff out there when men have been philanderers, and then finally, he's old and decrepit, and he's a
Mhm.
hospice husband now. He says, "I'm going to choose her," when he has to go to the doctor to get pills for ED. I'm just creating a scenario, okay? And he
Yeah.
shit don't work no more, and now she won because he chose her, but he broken. Ain't shit working.
The only reason why and I hate to say this, the only reason why I can believe that this isn't a skit is because I know a situation just like this.
What?
And I don't think the bad part is there's just more babies involved and more baby mamas involved.
Oh wow.
So the physical violence, the tax fraud,
What?
the everybody telling you not to marry. I if on a scale of 1 to 10, if 10 is the exact same scenario, the situation I know is like a 8.5. But that's too
Wow.
much anyway. So that's the only reason why I would even dare believe that this isn't a skit. But I personally think it is. But I know a situation that's awfully close to this, which is it's sad too. And
Are they still
like you said,
married? Or Brian, are they still married?
technically,
What they mean?
like they haven't officially filed for divorce.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
But they stay together, get apart from each other. He does his thing, and like you said, at one point she thought she had won because there's just more babies involved. Instead of him having one baby out of their relationship, he had three. So she's competing with two other women, and she's like, oh, okay, I married him, I won, I won the battle of the broads who want him. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's unfortunate, but I do know a situation that's close to
So
that
how many kids do they have total with the ones that he had out of wedlock and then with them together?
that he has total
They have total with the ones that he had out of.
7.
Jesus Christ. Wow.
Yep.
No, 2 1 no 6 I'm sorry, 6 but that's too many.
That's a lot.
That is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
all I have to say is I believe it could be real. I don't know if this is real. I
Right.
believe it could be real. Y'all, they need to do a real life of Little League football parent edition. Cause I've
No,
seen and heard so much drama. I mean, y'all, when I say drama, this one, because okay, think about it. You're dealing with kids. So you got the baby mamas, you got the side chicks, you got all that rep strippers. I mean, we got stories that we could tell for days. So it's like, do I believe it could be true? I believe absolutely it could be true. Now, if this is true, I don't know, but I've seen some stuff.
She said we got
Wow.
strippers.
I mean, but this
Baby.
is nuts. It's like Jesus Christ. And then we mentioned this already before. The whole family jumping her, like, what the fuck?
Let me tell you, if your family jump me, your family can hate me, they can dislike me, but if your family jumps me, peace out. I'm out.
If
I'm
you
out.
let them jump me,
Well,
Yeah, you go get them to jump me. I'm out.
that's the thing, though. As women, we need to feel secure and safe. This woman is not feeling secure and safe. Hell, you let her whole family jump you. So,
And this dude be
where's
on
the respect?
Percocet.
Girl, this nigga, no.
And she said the people who jumped her were at the wedding.
Yes.
So
And they made peace because she's a woman of God, guys.
come
No.
on. Come on.
This whole situation is draining.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay, you
It
ready for the
is.
next video? Because this girl has pissed me off. You ready for the next one?
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
What's funny though? I mean, as she kept talking, I was like, okay, next one.
Okay, yeah.
Since the day we started talking, after falling through my bedroom window, within minutes I could tell you were the one for me. Then as time went on and I was falling deeper in love with you, I was and always will be one of the easiest people to please. Only two things are required to keep me happy: keep my belly full and my balls empty. Though you're amazing at half of it, we really need to get you some cooking lessons. Even when my belly isn't full, there is no one I could ever love more in this lifetime, unless I actually get a chance to meet Margot Robbie. Since the beginning, I always told you I was going to make you the happiest woman in the world and give you everything I could possibly give. Well, today I'm taking a step further and giving you my last name, the last name of champions. No one deserves it more. With you and the girls by my side, I feel like I can conquer anything. Y'all make life worth living, giving every breath of every day a purpose. Life gets even better when the kids fall asleep and you tell me to come to the bedroom. Nothing's better than the sound of gagging and headboard slamming.
Michael.
Everyone keeps telling me that marriage is going to ruin a lot of things, but I feel that's only if you let it. Even if we fight, argue, or don't see eye to eye on something, it'll never affect the way I love you. Marriage is something I take seriously and I only want to do once. After almost 10 years, I still stand by the fact that you're my soulmate and it'll never change. After today, the only thing changing is me having to deal with the ring on my finger. You will forever have my heart, and that's a promise till death do we part. P.S. Since you're so good at making decisions like marrying me, you can choose whether tonight's going to end with being a toaster strudel or a Twinkie.
Alright. I'm speechless. Being that I am his mom, I will deal with him later. He is grounded. By all means.
I thought it was cute. It's cute, kind of funny. That's probably their personality. Like, she has purple hair.
Girl, hell no. I know you don't need your husband talking about your bedroom skills and gagging and all. I mean, come on, like for real. And he says, I take marriage seriously. No, sir, you don't take anything seriously.
Seriously,
Because
you
you
really
said you were
don't.
raising girls and this is what you do,
Exactly.
No.
And I have two problems with that. He said the kids. So the kids are probably at the wedding and you're seeing this in front of children.
Right.
Second of all, a husband is supposed to cover his wife, cover her, protect her, cover her in public, cover her. He wasn't covering her. He was airing all her dirty laundry and threw it out there and was like, yeah, you do this for me and you do this. And your mama is saying, boy, something's wrong with that boy. That
I
wasn't
don't
funny.
understand. What is the thing about Twinkie and the strudel? What does that mean?
Hey, go ahead and Google that yourself.
No, for
I think
real.
it's sexual terms, like sexual positions.
Look at Tanya. She's a
Sexual positions, I think.
You want to know?
yeah. No, you Google it yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna Google it right now. In the bio.
No, don't Google it right now. Just Google it after the show.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt cringy and it was disrespectful. I don't give a here's navy blue, purple, green, pink, whatever. And then I feel like she was laughing with embarrassment almost. If you
Yeah.
can see, it was like,
And I do believe this was real.
no, this one was real.
Yes.
Hey, my man had it, and he had it wrote down,
Hey,
I
right? So,
know.
hey,
so
it was
he,
half sweet, half salty or sour.
yeah, I need to point this way. Like Felicia said earlier, we can put that up to interpretation. Tanya said it. Hey, that may be their the way that they interact, the way that they have fun, because the mom is listening to this. She's not stopping it at all. She's just, you know, clutching her pearls when he says one or two things, but she's not like, hey, son, that's enough. That's overboard. So obviously, this is this guy's humor. This is his demeanor. This is how he handles himself. But this is the wrong way to do it. You're basically calling your to-be wife this in-house slamp, this, you know, this girl who does all these crazy sexual favors. You're telling everybody that, and you're the example
You're
that
not
you're setting
covering
for your
her.
daughters is absolutely horrible,
I
Yeah.
right?
know.
And then on top of that, I don't know who just said it, but she's basically, you know how overweight people who have always been overweight, and this is just an example,
Mhm.
that sometimes they laugh and they crack the jokes on themselves as a deflection. Is
Right.
that, hey, if I laugh at myself and I crack first, then whatever y'all say after that, it doesn't hurt me, or it seems like it doesn't hurt me. So, people who have those high insecurities, and obviously she's one of those people, because everything he says, she's laughing at it. And then when he said, the only thing I got to get used to is having a ring on my finger, because I'm a pimp by blood, type crap. Because all of these three situations have something in common: 15 years, 10 years, 10 years. And to be around these ego driven, horrible dudes, for that long, like
That
that.
long.
That's not good. But they're stepping into marriage, and a lot of people think those I do's are going to change somebody, and they don't.
Right. Dude,
And
you're at
that
a
shows,
wedding. You're not at a bar.
right?
Okay.
And that shows that in his household, like Brian, to kind of tell piggyback off of Brian, that in his household that is acceptable. Because I guarantee you, had my husband did it, his auntie, his cousin, somebody would have said something. They would have said, "Stop! Let's
Exactly.
stop this. No, we're not gonna do this. Is not. We're not gonna do this." But that's acceptable in that household. And as a woman, we out peace out, because it only gets worse. If he has no problem embarrassing you in front of all the people you
Come
love
on.
on your special day, y'all spent all this money to have this beautiful wedding, and this is what you do to me. This is how you speak of me. Yeah, it's not new. It's not
In front
new.
of children. In front of
Right. It's not
children.
new. It's
So,
not new.
I want to hear from Tanya. Tanya, because you have a different opinion. So, what makes you think that? I should know what you think. Let me
Okay.
say.
Yes, it's inappropriate. Yes, it is. But also, I feel that this is how them and how they interact with each other. So was it overboard? Absolutely. Was it inappropriate? But I was going to make a point too, where would it have been more appropriate if he said it during like the toast or something? Like if
No.
because okay,
No.
because
I think we can play like we play without. So if you say it's inappropriate and it's overboard, then we can't throw asterisks under that and go, well, he meant it like this. We once it goes overboard and inappropriate and into disrespect, then that's what it is. I think they could have played the way they play without the disrespect and without the dishonor and without basically calling your to-be wife a slut or a sexual deviant or whatever he meant by what he said. And once again, he knew he could get away with it because it was wrote down.
yeah.
My
But
man.
also too, let's think about intelligence level.
Oh, come on now.
Well,
Well, I
Well, hold
will
on.
say this.
Intelligence level on everybody in the room. Like,
they're laughing.
But there is a way, there's a time and a place for everything. But I've heard, like, I'm not big on vows, but I have heard grooms say that appropriately. Like, After this, we're gonna skip the reception. Where it can be implicated, but
Implicated.
not
Yeah.
disrespectful. I mean, like this is like beating your head against the headboard, gagging. I mean, come on, y'all. Like that.
Twinkie.
Yeah.
Okay, I googled it, guys. Yeah, I googled it, by the way.
Yeah, and look, what is that? Like kids are smart. They
Yeah,
hear they
they
hear
know to
that and they
look it
go,
up.
"Mom's gonna be a Twinkie," and then they go Google it, and now you've got that that
Yeah,
unnecessary, inappropriate image
right.
in kids' heads.
Yeah,
What if it was an adult only wedding?
it could be.
I
It
don't think
could
that
be.
was. I just too disrespectful.
I
Like for
don't care
me,
if it was. I do
yeah.
not want my husband saying. I mean,
No,
I
I
don't.
I
You
don't want it to
cannot
happen to
tell me any
me.
woman that dreams on her wedding day that she wants to hear her husband say those things. I don't care how much we play around. You can play around at the reception where a group of friends, y'all standing around laughing. That's that type of conversation. Not with great grandma, aunties. I,
Uncles sitting
no,
around,
no,
grandpa sitting
no.
around hearing about sex.
My
Nobody
dad,
needs to hear that.
you saying this in front of my dad? You saying this in front of my grandparents? Like, are you serious? No,
Wait, what
And
about?
when
absolutely
he
not.
said the thing about the empty the balls and
Yes,
cooking,
and full
Yeah,
stomach, and
and then
then
he said he's gonna get her some cooking lessons. I'm like, dude,
but I mean, you read the room. Read the room. My mom, and then it's just like no respect even for your mother. Like
I
you grew
know.
up disrespecting your mother because she
yeah,
sat there and took that and listened to that because that's how y'all talk at y'all house, maybe, and it may be true. But you don't even. How can you expect this man to respect you? He don't even respect his mom. There's no way
but
my son would say that in front of me.
you're right. She said,
Tim
right.
said, "Empty in the balls."
Yeah, that's horrible. That's
Oh
horrible.
God. So, would you guys ever renew your vows? And would you?
For
And what?
what? They don't expire. To
Okay.
spend money for other people to come watch me, come see me. Hey, come look at me. I've been married, and a lot of people get offended when people that have been married, and this is just being married a long time, that it kind of comes across in a weird way.
Why?
Yeah.
Unless you're celebrating a 50th anniversary or
That's
something
what I'm
like,
talking about, like a 50th anniversary, and you want to renew your
yeah.
vows with your friends. I think that's cool.
What if you do like something? Go to Cancun and do it.
Yeah,
Say you went on a trip, maybe something.
I don't see there's
You
anything
can
wrong
do
with
it.
renewing your vows. I think
I
that's
don't
cool.
either.
It's just to remind you, let's remind each other of what we're after and what we're going toward and all that other kind of crap. I mean, I think it's great when you do it to try to convince people that you're still in love when you're actually not. Now, I don't disagree. I disagree with that.
Yeah,
When you just
that's
put on a show,
crazy.
like Felicia say, you just put on a show and
Because you
then you
got
get
caught
back
cheating
home and
again.
y'all still not
Yeah,
talking.
yeah.
Most
You
people
got
do
caught
it.
cheating, so I want a party. I know so many people that did that.
Yeah.
Their husbands got
I
caught
mean,
cheating, and then now next thing they have a vow renewal.
oh yeah, that's
For what?
And I guess it's like I said, if it's a significant one, a milestone, yeah, it's nothing wrong. I don't think it's anything wrong with it. It's
Right.
just that it just depends on the motivation behind it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
But if I did do, because I've been married 27 years. So if I were to do, well, it'd be 27 this October. I would want something private just for me and William. I wouldn't want everybody. Like I'd like to go someplace and just do it ourselves, and just
I
make
think
it like
that's
that
beautiful.
and make
And
it a private
and
thing.
it's like the private moments, and I was talking about this with my girlfriend. The private moments aren't as private as they used to be. When somebody asked you to marry them, that was a private moment. Now it's like a production, like he's got to buy this, he's got to get the hotel, he's got to fly all the people in, and it's just kind of like, you
It's like
know,
now the
but
prom dates, same thing with prom
yeah,
dates. It
I
starts with
mean,
the prom
everything is
date.
a production, and like y'all said
Yeah.
earlier, it's the season of the social media,
It
but
is.
everything has to be a product. And don't get me wrong, don't come for me. If you like that, that's fine. It's just that I just think that some things like are sacred to me.
Yeah, I think like Kim was saying, it has to be a milestone. But I also
Mhm.
agree with Felicia that sometimes people do that to show. And I believe that because I've seen it amongst people in my culture. Like it's bad. The man just had a baby with somebody else.
Oh wow.
Wow.
And then you're like, but also they're not leaving because the husband had a lot of money. That's what I'm saying. The last show we had, a lot of the shit that these people do, especially where I'm from, you have to have cash. Cash will talk. Cash will allow a lot of shit to fly.
Wow.
Yeah. Even here. What do you mean in your culture
Well,
here?
I'm saying that because I say that in specifically because you'll said what you'll tell me that I had made a comment about only a rich man can get away with it. Now, have y'all watched that guy? He's a comedian. What's his name? He's from Nigeria. What is his name? He, oh my God,
Is it David?
Is it Trevor
Blackstone,
Noah? Noah Trevor?
that's the one.
Uh-huh.
Blackstone.
Is it Black Side? He always wears. He wore yellow in this one interview, and he was talking
Yeah.
about how he used to cheat all the time, and then he decided that he was going to be honest with his, I guess, his current girlfriend, and he was saying broke niggas can't do that. And when I heard that, I was like, yeah, to a point, broke men can't do that because it's a fact. And I'm gonna put up with your shit.
I don't know. If the lady takes the side baby and the tax fraud, I don't know.
Now
Somebody
that
might put up with it.
now that's now he must be doing something. I want to know what the hell is this man doing?
I don't know.
Well, it may not be what he's doing. I mean, if all, let's just say all of this is real, your partner is a reflection of what you think about yourself,
Mhm.
right? So
Absolutely.
that there, if these women and even these men don't think highly of themselves, there are people that I know, and there are experiences that I've read, seen, things like that, where someone just doesn't think highly of themselves and they think that this person who is treating me bad is the only thing they can get. It's the maximum that they can go because they think that's what they deserve, a whole bunch of other reasons. So to stay with these people, whether and on the men's side, the men's honestly, they think that who they got is easy. Like, oh, okay, well, I ain't got to do much because I've already done this. I've already shown my ego. I've already cheated on you. I've already like, oh well, you just, I mean, I'm gonna put a ring on it, but I ain't gonna change too much. So like those dudes don't have much respect themselves for themselves, let alone the person that's gonna be joined with them as one. So yeah, like if there are a whole bunch of broke dudes who got women, like we talked about, guys who have 8, 9, 10 different women and they ain't got no money. Well, or they got babies and they ain't got no money. I mean, 8, 9, 10 babies by X amount of women, and they don't have any bread because the women that are with them, like, I mean, that's all I can get, because
Yeah.
that's what I feel about myself. So it's unfortunate.
Right.
Hmm.
But it's called a shut up ring. I'm listening to these women and it's like, y'all got shut up rings. Like 15 years, 10 years, 10 years. He got tired of hearing you talk about it. So shut up. Here's the ring. I'm a marry. Okay. And it's and they move accordingly. Like, here, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and marry her because she
It's
here.
a
And
joke,
it's more of,
anyways.
yeah, we here and we've been living together for 15 years. I guess I'll go ahead. It's a shut up ring. When she
Yeah.
should have left you 14 years ago. It's like you should let this go on 15 years. Because like the one that says I do the smile, blah, blah, blah. I guarantee you $1 million that I don't have that he's been cheating on her for a very long time.
Because of his smile. Yep.
So
Yeah.
Brian, let me ask you a question. So how long does it take a man to know when he wants to
Not
marry a
long.
woman?
That is, I don't care what nobody says. It doesn't take long. And the problem with that is people don't vet each other correctly, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once it's obvious what happens at the very beginning. They're both physically attracted to each other. And then boom, that's where the connection starts. But once that euphoric stage gets finished, right? Once that's done, and that could take only a week or a month or whatever, it's not going to last long. If you're not vetting each other properly and building on something that's not based on physical, on financial, on materialistic, on anything lacking substance, well, then now it's not going to last. It's going to fall. But if you vet someone properly and y'all are really trying to work to get to know each other, it's not going to take long to find out this is a person that I want to be with for the rest of my life, right?
Wow.
And
Okay.
if you really understand what love is, because love is a selfless act. I am pouring into me, right? I'm pouring into me. I'm working on me. I'm working on my respect. I'm working on my self-love. I'm filling myself up to do what? Give it away, not to walk up to some woman and go, well, you need to do this for me because I was hurt like this in the past, and you need to do this for me, and you need to fulfill me like this, and you need to cater to all my love languages. No, if we're vetting each other properly and asking good questions and really trying to build a great friendship that's gonna explode, that we have an attraction to each other, but that's gonna explode into something in a good way, into something that's lifelong lasting. Well, what I'm finding about her, she's finding out about me. And if she is selflessly giving herself to me, considering me at all times, and I'm selflessly doing the same thing, then no one goes empty. No one goes empty. The problem is we got too many people who don't vet properly. They build on BS and it's all I, me, my. And once that happens in your body, what starts, and I don't want to go too far into this, but what starts to happen is you get a biochemical reaction of what someone's doing for you on a regular basis. But when that stuff fades away, what happens when, if it's all about I, me, my, what happens when I don't buy you something? Because that's what we based our relationship on, right? If I don't buy you something because you said that receiving gifts was your big thing and you better do this, if you better buy me this and you better give me this if you want to show me you love me. Nah, if I don't do that one day for whatever reason, now you're mad, right? Now you don't think that I love it. It's a really deep understanding of like the body and what love truly is. But to answer your question, it don't take long. Once we get past that euphoric stage and we start moving into something deeper, whether it be months or definitely within a year. Like I don't put a time frame on it, but I would know fairly quick, maybe in less than 6 months.
Oh, wow.
But that's just like the guy that this girl was telling that her brother had dated this woman for 10 years and she had begged him to marry her, begged him to do all of this. And he broke, she ended up breaking up with him, got rid of him or whatever. He married a woman that he knew for 6 months and did everything for that woman, that 10-year relationship. That's all the stuff she wanted. He did it for a woman in 7 months. So that goes to show you that it doesn't take long. And I hear that all the time when men date these women long periods of time and then they break up and then they get married a year later or 2 years. It's like they get married quick because they find the person that they're looking for.
Wow.
And that doesn't mean the dude is in love with the new girl. Just means he didn't want the one that he was with for 10 years.
Perfect. Right. He was still looking. He was literally still looking.
So wait, Brian, you said that he's not necessarily in love with the wife?
Yeah. So I think I've said this before. Here's one of the main problems with men. Like, and I'm giving up a man's secret. So, I mean, y'all can get mad at me all you want to. Men, when they let's just say they get someone who thinks that she's a 9, but she's missing the legs he likes. Like, she doesn't have like these thick, nice looking legs. She's got everything else, but she just doesn't have the legs. What he starts doing subconsciously is going, okay, I'm gonna keep her around until I find the 9.2 with the legs. I'm gonna find her with the legs, right?
She's a placeholder.
Yeah, and he tries to keep upgrading and upgrading. But if I'm with you for 10 years and I never marry you, that means I have been looking around for something else. But the reason why I stay with you is because you're giving me something that I can't find right now. But as soon as I find it, and it doesn't have to be good, it could be the fact that this new woman is just a yes woman. Like, she just does everything I say. She doesn't have to be a good woman. She doesn't have to be better than the woman that I got now. She just does something for me that you don't do, that I'm going to marry her quick for.
Cool.
Right.
Wow.
You're gonna waste 10 years and take my youth. I don't fucking think so.
That's your fault.
Right?
You know, and
It is
I tell women that all the time. That's your fault. Because
your
I
fault.
remember specifically having a conversation with my husband, and I was like, you know what? I like you and everything. We cool, you know, but I'm not giving you no more years. I've dated you through college and after college, and you don't know what you want, and that's cool because marriage is a big thing. But peace out. I'm 25. I'm not
Exactly.
supposed to be 35. We're having this same conversation,
Come
and I
on
left.
now. Come
And I
on.
left. And I mean, and it was hard to do. I was sad about it, but you gotta 10 years. I
Yeah.
10 years. Do you know, girl? 10 years is the difference between 40 and 50.
Come on.
Listen. And I mean,
10
it
years.
takes
Mm-mm.
courage to leave for something you used to.
Mhm.
It takes
A
big balls
lot of
to do that.
courage.
Yes.
A lot. And
And
once
that's
you do it, you say, I should have been left. I
Mhm.
should have left a
yeah,
long time ago.
yeah,
It's
right.
But it
freedom.
is hard to do.
Yeah, because it comes down to honoring yourself,
Hmm.
and self-love and all those things. But I have a friend currently that's going through something, a guy that repeatedly cheats on her. And her thing to me today was, I've invested 4 years, or was it 5 years? Uh, and to start over with somebody else, what if they do the same thing? And I was like, go to therapy, sis, because baby, for you to even say that. So it's almost like better the dog you know than the dog you don't know. So I'm like, so where's the honor in yourself?
Right.
Mhm.
Sometimes people feel that they're a certain age and they're too old to do, you know what I'm saying? And so they settle. But I'm like, sure, you can meet your guy in 6 months. But first, before that happens, you need to fix you. Why am
Yeah.
I dealing with this motherfucker? And
Right.
continuously just, what is it that's wounded inside of me that continuously allows this shit?
Mm-hmm.
So, I can't get emotionally involved when people are doing stuff like that because I get irritated because I'm just like, it's obvious. I'm just because I told her, grieve and go on. You're gonna hurt. Yes. It's not you're
Yes.
not gonna hurt. But damn.
She's gonna
It'll
be in
pass.
one of these. She's gonna be in one of these scenarios at the wedding.
Financially, he's
Does
taking
anybody, and I, because
so
I had a best friend that I grew up with. And I remember, and this is what made me conscious and aware of time. I remember being in college and my mom telling me that her mom had just married her dad. I thought they were already married.
huh?
They had been living together for 24 years.
Oh my goodness.
And then they got married. And I said, that will never be me. Even the thought of approaching and giving somebody 3 years or 2 years is like, that'll never be me. Because like you said, we get comfortable, and they were comfortable. They had a kid, they had a house, they bought cars together. I literally thought as a kid they were married. I had knew her since me and the girl went to school together in kindergarten. They were friends with my parents. I literally thought those people were married.
Wow.
You know what? One of the things my friend told me today, she said financially she doesn't have to worry about money. So I was like, okay, you don't have to worry about money, but you're miserable every time. You can't even relax. And she's a nurse, so she can make money. Even
Right.
if you're not a nurse, there's no way for somebody to put
Yeah,
up with that shit. I'm sorry.
right.
I was
You
like,
can make
no way.
money.
And she was like, well, if we get married, when we get married, are you gonna come to the wedding? Girl, go to therapy for the love of God. I mean,
Now there's a
Okay, guys.
biochemical caveat to the money thing. It's just not he gives me money. It's he gives me money and then I go tell social media I get 100 likes and that gives me a biochemical rush that feels really good. Well, then when that chemical rush is over, I go back to the BS until and I put up with XYZ until that whole scenario can roll over again. It's not just he gives me money. No, no, there's a biochemical rush connected to that.
Okay,
right.
guys, we are past our time.
Gotta wrap it up.
We
Oh,
got to wrap it up. All right.
we've
So,
done.
does anyone have any final thoughts that they want to add? Felicia, we'll start with you.
Don't date nobody for 10 to 15 years.
There you go.
Period.
All right, Tanya.
Well, I'm definitely glad they did stuff like this because I can laugh at them and know what I'm not going to expect during that day. Give me something to laugh at.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brian.
I just thought it was funny when he said, "Keep my balls empty,"
It must have been cool.
because
I
Kim
know.
repeated it. Kim repeated it, and that was funny when she repeated it.
I'm like, come on. All right, Rabia, what are your final thoughts?
I agree with everything you said.
I do too.
I mean,
Yes.
dead ass.
Do not stay longer than 2 years. I cannot see anything happening. I'm like with Brian. It don't take long. It don't take years. So
No,
remember that.
you're
When you're
right.
dating someone and it's going longer than a year and a half, 2 years, think of what Brian said. It don't take that long.
He knows in 6 months. That's what B. Jones
That's
said.
what BJ said.
When you
6
met,
months.
Yeah,
Brian,
yeah.
you'll let them put that on you.
Yeah,
No, I'm not.
remember
I'm
that.
not.
I am.
I said it. Ray. It really ain't no time frame. But if I put one on there, but they
He
can roll
know.
with it.
Okay.
You know.
It just
You
ain't
know,
gonna take 10 years for me to find out.
No.
All right, everybody. We'll see you
all right.
guys next week.
Bye, y'all. See
Bye.
you next week.
Bye.